Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here in the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground. And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage? Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. 1 back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy. Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally, you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case, they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Leach. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jamin Davis, the man to break up the throw. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Leach. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. On 1st down, Ratliff. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll run on first down. Ratliff, and he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Leach. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Flush to his right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got a man, it's his fullback. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st down, Leach.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. To throw on second down. Leach. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital, a big test for the Washington Commanders as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the Denver Broncos. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Leach.
He's got Bellinger.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st down, Ratliff. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Another pass complete to Bellinger. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. 3rd and 7 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. New York set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Leach. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Leach. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Ratliff. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw on 2nd down. Leach. Wide open receiver, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Back to throw. Leach flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Looking to throw. Leach. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. Already his his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. That is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, Ratliff flexing his muscle at the 30. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Giants are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. He'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Second down and a yard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Giants, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.